Good afternoon guys, and welcome to a new video. In this video I'm going to use the DF64V, this one, and I've been using it for a few months now. So I'm going to use it for espresso. I'll try to make an espresso shot with it and see how good the quality of the espresso is going to be. The grinder is really nice and solid, so comparing to its previous generation, the generation 1 of the DF64, this has come a lot different. The differences, as you all may have seen, are like in every single aspect of it, including the shoot that has become all like magnetized, and it's like two parts. You can play around with it. You can make sure that all your grinds are coming out of the grinder. Even the dial indicator has changed. The popcorning device is now part of the grinder. You don't need to keep thinking about a good one that you have to print using a 3D printer and all the issues that we had with the previous generation. And this has come with a very unique feature, which is the RPM, like the variable RPM. So since the name of it is DF64V, it has a variable RPM, so you can simply turn on the dial like that from 600 up to 1800 RPM. It depends on what you want to achieve exactly. It's a very cool feature to play with when you make your coffee, especially for filter coffee. This has become so useful for me. So when I make filter coffee with it, I usually go for like 800 or 700 RPM. And for espressos, I start from 1000, sometimes up to like 1600 or 800, but I don't push it forward towards the 1800 most of the time. So for today's video, I'm going to use it as 1100 RPMs. I found that this is giving me very good quality of my coffee. So that's quickly about the grinder. So as you see, the grinder comes with a cup, the metal cup like that, and it comes also with this like wooden holder that raises the cup a little bit towards the chute. And I installed a decent portafilter holder for it. I usually used this one for my niche 0, but I took it out of the niche and I put this here. I put it here on the DF64V holder, and to make sure it's steady, I used the just tiny drop of like hot glue gun. I put it on the counter itself because it's marble. So I put one drop of the hot glue gun. And then I put the wooden knob with the wooden cup holder on it, so it just stays in place nice and steady. So I can usually use my portafilter like that without worrying that it would fall because it's heavy or something. So it's always a good like feature to have, to grind directly into the portafilter or to use the cup and stir the grinds before using them. So for today's video, I'm going to use the cup, and I'm going to use my own home roasted coffee. And for the distribution, I'm going to use the Yomikot. For the tamping, I'm going to use the force tamper, as all my previous videos. I love that setup so much. Very simple and very easy, and gives me always consistent result every time. So before this one, I used to use the Duomo D8. I still have it, but since I got the option to change the needles into thin and thick needles, I love this idea so much. So usually this Yomikot comes with all these needles, as you see, 2 in each like gear, 2 plus 4 is 6, 8, 10 needles. And what I did is I don't get all of them in the same height. I got some of them only deep enough to go towards the end of the basket, like the bottom of it, while some others are only raking the top of it. So it's giving me kind of like very consistent puck preparation. And I've seen the Barista Hustle autocomp, and when people use it, usually it leaves some circles on the puck on the top of it. But when I use this one, because of the thin and short needles that only rig the top of it, it gives me excellent puck preparation. I don't know how can I print something like that and get a better result than the one that I pay like a big amount in order to get. But anyway, it is what it is right now. So I made sure that I'm using the right base of it, the base that is suitable for my basket that I'm going to use today. It's a VST 15 grams basket. I've been liking this basket a lot recently. So I'll weigh the beans. And that's the MHW 3 bomber scale. has different modes. I'm going to use the espresso mode right now. So double click, that's a filter mode. Double more click, I get the espresso mode. The cup is zeroed. Just use the beans. I need to have only 15 grams of beans. Yeah, I think that's it. Just use the one spray of water on it. Make sure that the coffee goes all out. Oh, sorry. And then I'm going to make sure that I zero that cup that will receive the coffee. And I think it's good to go now. So one best advice for this grinder is always use it as a hot start. So first you turn on the grinder and make sure when you use it that you always close it after grinding, because really it's very quiet. So especially if I go for a low RPM like that, I barely can hear it. So some people really might forget it, and this would result into getting the motor to damage. Okay, so right now I'm going to drop the beans. I just want to put the camera in the right way, and here we go. I think that one bean have fallen inside the cup, but anyway, we'll see. So instead of using the bellow, sometimes I just use my hands like that to tap on the collar of the grinder, and a little bit of taps on the magnet like that. That helps all the coffee to come out. That's all needed. Yeah, so all in and all out. Now, I hope that this grind settings is correct. So I used number 8 on the grinder. That's number 8. And I hope that this is fine enough for the shot and not too fine that the shot will choke the machine. So while it is like that, I'll just get the scale ready. So it captured the input and it will measure the output using the extraction ratio and time. Now I'll put the coffee here. Yeah, see there is one bean that is not ground. Luckily I saw it. I felt that it's falling in the cup. Okay, I think I'll take it all like that and take that bean out. Things happen, guys. So that's one of the things that might happen. I still get it ground. So that's the coffee, and as you see, the puck looks very bad now. I've put a spoon in it, I've put my finger in it. See, that's how the puck looks. It looks very uneven, but believe me, with this thing, everything can go well after that. So just use the humidor. I can use my finger like that, or I can use the handle like that, and see how fast I go. No matter how fast or slow I go, I always end up having a very good puck that doesn't have lots of circles on the top. See, it doesn't have any issues. It just comes out as even as it could be. And just using the tamper on that, and it's ready to go. So now I'll put the puck screen and I'll try the extraction with you guys. So once I put the cup on the scale, it will tear itself. Yeah, and then I can start the extraction. So as I always do, I first get the flow control to be in the closed position, tiny bit open only, to release some water and pre-infuse the coffee.
like 10 seconds or so, and then I can turn on the knob, and here we go. Looks like a good extraction. Sometimes my coffee also gets to be like, I don't know if that's storing issues or what. So in some cases the coffee is, maybe the coffee bags are not very well in terms of the valves they have.
So I need to take a ratio of 1 to 2. Yeah, so it happened in like 28 seconds. That's the coffee. I hope the taste is nice, because as we all have seen recently, it's not by how the extraction looks, it's by how it tastes. That's why I usually use my refractometer to check if the extraction really went well, the percentage of it and all that. But I think, because the smell is really nice. Very well balanced. Very well balanced. I don't feel that it's like sour or bitter. It just has a balance between both of them. Very good taste for my coffee. So it's not like what people usually think, that when you use a flat burr you will compromise the body of the coffee, because that burr is like, every flat burr has its own geometry and its own profile that it produces. And I believe that the burr of the DLC burr that's already there as a default burr for the DF64V is really not compromising anything at all. It gives you very nice taste for the coffee. It gives you good results for the filter though as well, because of the low RPM you have. So really the coffee is very tasty. I like it so much. If I go back in time, would I really purchase the DF64V again? I think yes, I will, because it has given me very good result and very good performance so far in comparison to the previous generation, the DF64. Though I use the DF64 right now because I have the SSP multi-purpose burr in it, so I use it mostly for filter coffee, so it's always around 50s and 60s, as you see. And I use the DF64V for espressos, and it gives me very good result. Sometimes I use it also for filter, but I always prefer the filter of the SSP. I don't want to put the SSP burrs in the DF64V because I like the espresso that it produces with the stock burr, so I just want to keep it like that. Especially when I play with the RPM, it gives me like different coffee or different experience for my coffee every time I use it. And that was everything about today's experience. I think I'm done for today, and the next time let's play around with something else. Maybe we can play around with baskets. We can see the distribution in different baskets. I'll try to use the what they call the transparent basket to see the effect that something like that would do on it, and I compare it to something like Duomo and see the difference between both of them, whether really they give very good result or no. Maybe I'll try to use also something like the normal WDT that people really print and just do using a 3D printer, the people WDT we call it, and I'll see if all of them give the same result, or on the pack preparation, or some of them really leave some issues in the pack that we don't see because it's not all transparent. So thank you for today's video, and thank you for watching my videos. I'll see you in next videos.